Yo, Yugi, it's time to we all live in a Pokemon, we're a Pokemon. I wanna be the greatest master of the monster. We all live in a Pokemon, we're a Pokemon. I put my lead to the test, I'll be better than all the rest. We all live in a Pokemon. I wanna be the greatest master of them all. Yeah. And a Pokemon, we're a Pokemon. What's up, y'all? Actually, hold on, wait a minute. I'm not even complete. Hold up. Hold up. Not complete. I had to put the cap on. What's up, y'all? It is me and JP, and I'm here with the death battle. I am excited for it, bro. This is. Somebody said it in the comments of the comment section of this video. Regardless of what team you are on, someone's childhood is getting ruined. Today we have Pokemon versus Yu-Gi-Oh. I didn't expect it, but bro, I'm ready for it. Now for me, I grew up on both of these. Of course I have, like grew up watching Yu-Gi-Oh on Saturday mornings and stuff. Grew up with my cousins also watching it as well. And Pokemon, bro, I had the tape and everything, bro. The Wake Up Snorlax tape had that tape on repeat. Nigga had watching the same 3 episodes over and over. Then, you know what I'm saying, I grew into liking Pokemon way more. Started collecting cards and stuff. Still collecting to this day. You know what I'm saying? I have favorite types of Pokemon, of course. You know what I'm saying? Favorite Lucario. I have Soul, Houndoom, you know what I'm saying? Fernet. You know, like, I have my favorites and stuff. Yu-Gi-Oh is more or less like I kept up with Yu-Gi-Oh like after only till like GX. Well, technically it's till Zexal, because that was when it would come on Saturdays and stuff like Yu-Gi-Oh Zexal. But other than that, the main series I like is the original one, the GX version. I haven't watched Power Days, but I heard that was good though. And I've seen Zexal, and Zexal was pretty cool. But yeah, I wonder that to me. What do I think? The team I have right now, to be honest, my team is gonna be Pokemon. I'm picking Pokemon off it. But the team I have to win is Yu-Gi-Oh! Because, like, I don't think they literally has additional God cards, like Obelisk the Tormentor, on top of Exodia, Rain Dragon Aurora, like, it's gonna be tough for Ash. But I hope he perseveres, you know what I'm saying? I hope he wins. But either one, let's get into it.
Right, Pikachu?
Don't get ahead of yourself!
Oh yeah, Dark Magician too, of course Pikachu, of course.
Ash Ketchum versus Yugi Moto.
Okay, it's Yugi Moto, it's not Yami. Okay.
From the playground, Pokemon
that makes a big
or
difference.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah, that makes a big difference.
My boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills
By the way,
to
I'm
find
gonna
out
be
who
eating.
would win
I have a
a
baked
death
potato
battle.
that I cooked. Yeah.
This is a big episode. Just look at how long it is. So thanks to our sponsor, Mad Mushroom, for helping us make it happen.
Yeah, go check out Mad Mushroom's newest game, Night Swarm. It just launched, and it's all about action.
Collect companions and claim your throne as Vampire Lord in this survivor-like and roguelike RPG. Double the like.
Each run is another step on your journey to wipe out hordes, find new followers, unlock new quests, and look cool while doing it. Look at that gear.
Night Swarm is on Steam now, and 15% off for a limited time. Hello there. Welcome to the world of Pokemon.
All the kids get their first one at age 10. If you don't sleep in like Ash Ketchum from Pallet Town.
Ash wanted to be a Pokemon master, though he didn't really know what that meant yet.
Key items, Rotom decks. Okay, Rotom. Yeah. Rainbow Ring. He does have the little Rainbow Ring. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get spoiled too. I just realized because I never watched like the actual ending for Ash's journey. 10 for 25 plus years. For real, bro. 4'7"? God damn, he's short. Nigga shorter than about midget. Nah, midget's shorter than that. They're like 3 foot. But yeah. It's crazy, bro. The nigga was 25. This nigga was in 10 for 25 years, bro.
How about taking down your rivals to be the very best, like no one ever was? Better than Gary and his dumb groupies.
Well,
Bitch
Ash
ass
knew
Gary.
he'd find his answers at the Pokemon League tournament.
So Oak hooked him up with the electric mouse, Pikachu. And what? He's your problem now, stupid.
Pikachu was a lot. The new duo had a rocky start, but after an intense first day together,
That nigga
the
Pikachu
rest, as they
That nigga Pikachu, that nigga Pikachu did not fuck with Ash at all, bro. He ain't give a fuck, like, bro, like, dog, come on, bro. Nigga can't even help him catch a Pidgey, bro. Like, come on, dog. Nigga just laughing at him. Just crazy, bro.
say is history.
25 seasons, over 1,200 episodes,
Woo.
and the cornerstone of 2000s culture. Ash spent decades as a 10-year-old on the great Pokemaniac journey.
We should note we are prioritizing the anime that Ash is from, which often differs from the original games that inspired it.
Ash is equipped with tons of Pokeballs and an all-knowing Pokedex. That's also a Pokemon. But in a fight, Ash usually chooses Pikachu. Give the yellow red enough voltage and you'll regret it. Even ground types that would be immune to electric attacks in the games can't stop what this Pikachu dishes out.
Yet somehow Ash is just fine after repeatedly getting zapped by this same electricity. Over time, Pikachu learned Volt Tackle, Electro Web, Electro Ball, and
Pikachu, use Thunderbolt! The perfect attack for outgoing
And
flamboyant thieves and air balloons. Looks like they're blasting off again.
so clearly the anime doesn't follow the game rules. Like when Pikachu shot himself with his own thunder while on Swellow, who, you know, is vulnerable to lightning.
But somehow they used thunder as a super armor. He even learned how to deflect attacks by just spinning really fast.
Crazy ass shit, bro. What do you call that shit? I forgot what he called it, but fire ass shit. Nigga literally breakdancing, bro. Like, come on, bro.
Whee!
Speaking of fast, Pikachu has intercepted lightning, but Quick Attack increases that speed even more.
And his Iron Tail really pairs well with Ash's offensive style. The guy plays crazy, opting for big damage over stalling.
Ash's style is so unusual that when a robot scanned his tactics, it exploded.
As the great philosophers put it, if it works, is it still stupid?
Ash and Pikachu's bond is magnetic and brought them new allies. Misty, Brock,
Never let 'em know your
Serena,
next
just to
move.
name a few. Underneath the stubbornness and crispy bikes, they are loyal friends.
Just like Ash's Pokemon. They're not just collecting dust in a shiny hunting box. Ash's League ID won't let him carry more than 6 at a time, but if he needs them, they'll all come running.
Water types like Squirtle and Lapras are key in seafaring fights, and Ash can combine their water attacks with Glalie Ice Beam.
One time, his Weasel got frozen while using Aqua Jet, which is fine. Now he's using Ice Aqua Battering Ram.
Grass types like Bulbasaur and Torterra induce status effects and heal with synthesis.
But Sceptile's a menace.
My
Yeah,
boy.
yeah, so you got a big, scary Darkrai. Eat this leaf blade, Smeargle victim! Or that's what I would say if Tobias did an action replay of frickin' Latios. My
What, like, I still don't get what the deal with that nigga Tobias was, bro. Like, I really don't get it. Why they do that to him? Like, bro, they literally put a nigga with legendary Pokemon in the battle. Why is he even in the league, bro? He should be challenging the Elite Four. This nigga over here in the Pokemon League. Why? And then after that, we never heard of the nigga again. I don't even know if he pops up in the like the last episodes for Ash Journey. But if he does, the fuck? I don't think he would. I don't think he is. Though, but like, nigga, come on, bro. Like, really? The fuck?
man, a win, 4Kids.
Well, 4Kids just did the localization. They didn't write the show.
They just get me heated. Almost as much as Infernape's Flare Blitz. Then I'll set my Inferno to overdrive, get my revenge, and Incineroar. Haha!
Ash had a fiery passion for reaching the top ASAP, but Charizard wasn't on board. Pursuing pride over packs, Ash lost the Viridian Force for the trees and fumbled the Indigo League.
Harsh lesson, but one he needed. Ash started
I almost remember like the whole thing from I almost remember like the whole thing like from the voice that like Charizard, you can't just skip out on my most important match ever, bro. Like, come on, dog. Nigga literally lost because Charizard wouldn't fight, bro. That's so fucked up. The only choice that nigga had, and the nigga said, "Man, I don't really feel like it. Like, man.
Running with Pokemon at a deeper level, and that friendship motivated them to dodge light speed moves like Solar Beam and Psybeam.
Charizard came around too. He's the last one you want to see on the field. Even if you have a Blastoise like Gary, Ash will call for the most unexpected signature move.
Seismic Toss! The people's elbow of Pokemon. Charizard's so strong, his flamethrower melts boulders. The Pokemon world is wild.
Ash's Pokedex spells it out. Vanillix causes blizzards. Magikarp leaps over mountains and into space. Dusknoir pulls souls into the spirit world.
Oh,
Yeah,
and
that's cool.
Pikachu cleared a storm as wide as an island. Gotta catch 'em all. Surfetch, Butterfree, Heracross, Scraggy, Lycanroc, Palpitoad, Torkoal, Snivy.
With new regions,
Okay.
soar new
Yeah,
flying
sure.
types like Pidgeot. On land, Ash has physical offense like Melmetal and Crocodile, and Gibble will drop Draco Meteors on anyone, but mainly Piplup.
You want physical? Look at Ash. This twerp somehow carried around a Cosmoem, which canonically weighs
Yeah.
over a ton. Oh, and this huge log that's basically a whole tree, he chucked it like it was nothing. Ash can choose his own hands if he wants, and he does a lot. Maybe his secret is watching the Minnesota
Bro, this nigga that ever tried to throw hands with Mewtwo, bro. That shit crazy. The first nigga that ever tried to throw hands with Mewtwo, bro. That shit is
Vikings.
amazing.
Resilience is the bare minimum to HMO1 cut it in the tall grass. Humans and Pokemon must protect and enrich each other's lives.
like Mimey, the Mr. Mime back home who mind boggles you with Reflect, Light Screen, and
I
Psychic.
thought it's he caught it for his
That
mom.
Mr.
Never mind.
Mime, the stepdad who Ash caught in a Pokeball and brought home.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's how it works.
Ash figured out new ways to bond with his pals with Aura. It's a life force that interacts with souls and links Ash with Lucario.
This Jackal excels at CQC and shoots steel beams and aura spheres. And with Mega Evolution, Lucario's power surges enough to defeat champion Cynthia's Garchomp.
A Mega would have been handy at the Safari
Yeah, I didn't know
Zone
that.
when Ash accidentally caught 30 Tauros. And he keeps
All of
hugging
them.
them. Ash, they're bulls.
Ash genuinely loves his little guys, but boy does it suck to see him lose the Pokemon League over and over again. Kid, just turn the head.
He shouldn't have lost the camera. I don't care. He shouldn't have lost the camera. And plus, if we're being honest, he should have won X and Y. Just being real.
Backwards and lock in.
Ash's strength is not in battle theory, but his nurtured bonds. He knows Pokemon feelings better than anyone. With Greninja, Ash learned to synchronize their senses and movements, transforming him into Ash Greninja.
It comes with a huge power increase, but there's a catch. Ash shares Greninja's pain. A small price to pay for the ultimate water shuriken.
Ash Greninja ran the ones with Champion Diantha's Mega Gardevoir. And just a normal Gardevoir can conjure black holes.
Ash's Pokemon and teamwork get along like rice balls and jelly-filled donuts. They saved the world from Lysander, who tried to kill all life. They fought the giants, the Reggie kind, not the New York ones, who halted Reggie Gigas, who can tow entire regions.
Ash's team battled Steven Stone and Alon, who fought the terraforming primal forms of Groudon and Kyogre.
Ah, don't get me started on Alon.
Yeah.
Ash did everything right, but no, Greninja still lost to his
I'm saying, nigga. That's what I'm telling you, bro. That's some bullshit. Why didn't they just give us the I'm telling you, bro. That shit crazy. This is the only time I actually thought, cause bro, no BS, but like all the other times Ash was in the league, I was like, okay, he ain't winning. But you know, what I'm saying, he'll get far as long as he beat the Robber. That's all that matters. You know, what I'm saying, that's that. But this time, bro, it was different. Nigga like had his own form with Greninja and everything, bro, and he still couldn't get the. Come on, bro. He should have won that shit, bro. They should just
Charizard
get
after
him.
only getting hit 3 times. How does Blast Burn beat Water Shuriken? Get your type charts right, poor kids.
Boomstick, 4 kids weren't even around anymore
Bro,
when this
ah,
aired.
bro, the rank.
Regardless, after his loss at Kalos, Ash traveled to Alola and beyond to train. And thanks to some really delicious soup, his new Gengar Gigantamaxed.
Hide you, Gengar. He haunts foes with G-Max Terror, or even swallows them up. I bet it smells nasty in there.
Ash and Pikachu also scored a buff with their Z move. All they need is a power ring, some JoJo poses, and Thunderbolt will evolve into
10 million volt Thunderbolt. This Rainbow Lightning is their ace. You see this coming? You're cooked. Absorb electricity? Cooked. infused with an Ultra Beast? Cooked.
Ash journeyed so much that monsters from another dimension are nothing to him. Naganadel is a poisonous sniper, and Solgaleo is basically the sun god, a legendary Pokemon whose Sunsteel Strike lights up the universe.
Ash got a god in his bag for just being a nice dude. Smell you later, Gary.
In fact, when Ash and friends band together, they can halt Dialga's Roar of Time.
Do I remember this? I've watched the movie. I don't remember this, bro. They did that? How did I don't remember. I don't remember.
Time.
Okay.
And Dialga literally controls the concept of time. Is there a legendary
My favorite legendary, by the way. Dialga. My favorite one.
Pokemon he hasn't befriended?
But it all started with Pikachu, so it was gonna end with Pikachu. In the Tournament of Champions, and Alon, Ash faced the #1 trainer. Finally, after 3,000 years, we're free! 4 kids, let my boy win! Yes!
Sure. Ash did his best.
Didn't want to see the spoiler, but I don't care. I'm looking at
And he had no regrets. Now free to hand over his torch to new bright-eyed trainers.
Ash realized that, to him, a Pokemon Master was someone who was friends with every Pokemon. So he and Pikachu threw a stick in the air and walked away it landed, because in the world of Pokemon, the journey continues.
Alright.
If you want to travel the world like Ash or look as rad as Yugi, then we've got the threads for you.
This battle
What?
is sponsored by Quince.
You'll like this. A bunch of Death Battle staff have owned Quint stuff for ages.
Okay, I'm gonna literally skip this only like one time. I don't usually skip people's ads for videos and stuff like that, but this is like the one time I'm gonna do that.
Many a theorist have tried to solve the mystery of ancient Egypt. What was the secret to such a glorious civilization?
Time travel? The divine hand? Aliens? Nah, they were gamers.
Egyptians played games with sorcery.
Shadow
These
games.
magical ceremonies punished dark hearts with swift death. The Shadow
Shadow
Game.
Realm.
No, Wiz. They
Not
were
Shadow
banished
Realm.
to the
Yeah, no.
Shadow Realm. Wink.
Yeah.
Sadly,
Okay.
the way of the Shadow Games
I was saying like the Shadow Realm because that's where you go. Like if you whatever.
was lost across time and the pieces of the Millennium Puzzle. It's said the one who solves the puzzle would pass judgment on evil. And in the modern day, Yugi Moto reassembled it and wished for a friend.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Turn that jam up! Yugi was a shy kid that helped run his grandpa.
This nigga's taller than Ash. Ash is that short. He's taller than Yugi. Y'all know how short Yugi. Y'all know how short Yugi is. That nigga is so small. He's not even taller than his grandpa. Like, bro, what? He not,
Game Shop.
he's 18. Maybe he's talking about like later on in the series, like when he actually grows up. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he, you know what I'm saying, he gives Jaden the card, the Karibo. Like, maybe that's what he's talking about. Okay.
But little did he know that completing the puzzle would link his spirit to an ancient pharaoh.
Yami, always willing to lend Yugi a hand, and always on demon time while doing so. He's anime Jigsaw. Yami wants to play a shadow game.
Yeah, what's
Whether
this
it's
version of
Dribble
Yugi?
Air
I
Hockey,
don't remember this
Mario
one.
Party with Chloroform, or the game that would take his world and ours
There's an
by
older version of Yu-Gi-Oh! I gotta look that shit up. Bro. I gotta know.
monsters.
It's a summoner's war. Time to send monsters to the graveyard and take your foe down to 0 life points.
When Yugi's grandpa was kidnapped by the deranged CEO Seto Kaiba,
Seto
Yugi knew
Kaiba.
it was time to knock him down the only way he knows how. Playing a children's
Hard
card
game.
game.
Yeah,
And
sir.
for his
The
L,
only way to
Kaiba
battle.
was given a penalty game.
Either that, or you about the Beyblade, bro. Either one of the two, bro. For ultimate combat, it's either you pull out the cards, you pull out the deck, or you pull out the bay. You get ready to let that bitch rip. You know what I'm saying? Either one of the two.
Lose or cheat against Yami at your own peril.
I gotta see
With
this
the
older
puzzle,
version of
Yami
it, 'cause
can
the only one I've
punish
seen
you
is
in
the
some
4K.
seriously messed up ways. Illusions of being set on fire, swapping your soul, or the infamous Mind Crush.
The Millennium Puzzle does far more than force hallucinations. It brings monsters to reality, forms barriers, manipulates probability, and seals away spirits.
You can't buy this. It and 6 other Millennium items are juiced up by ghosts.
Despite Yami's retribution, Yugi wasn't aware of this darker half. Yami had amnesia, so he didn't know himself either. But after a run-in with enemy Millennium Ring user Dark Bakura and some seriously hardcore LARPing, Yugi and Yami learned each other's shtick and made the dynamic duo.
With friends Taya, Tristan, and their left leg Joey,
Joey.
Yugi and Yami were ready for anything.
Because Yugi had a great early deck. Monsters for offense, spells for effects, and traps for setups. Oh, and Exodi. Oh,
Yeah.
there they go.
Yeah.
Okay, if Yugi's deck is so good, why isn't it the meta? Put me in, coach. Face my 2,000 card deck.
Don't be too quick to judge. Yugi's a very clever strategist. His
Ooh, look at these cards. You got it. Yeah, okay, normal monsters, effect monsters. Okay. It's all just monsters. They didn't look up the what you call it. Lackluster soldier. Hell yeah, big shield card. I remember most of these. Yeah, I remember most of these. Man.
style works best at maximizing the use of so-called terrible cards.
Yeah, cool story, Wiz. But what's he gonna do about the 3 blue eyes Kaiba's got aiming at his dome?
Simple. Summon the monster card Karibo and have it multiply. With a 1,000 strong meat shield, a dragon's breath is a gentle breeze.
Well, okay. Didn't know Yugi had that dog in him, but I'm about brute force. Buster Blader and Celtic Guardian are sick, nasty swordsmen. Summon Skull shoots bolts of lightning, and the giant soldier of stone can destroy moons.
Time Wizard's better. It's a living clock that fast forwards or rewinds a local area of time, turning monsters to infants or wizards into wise sages.
Speaking of wizardry, you can't have a Yugi deck without his right hand, Dark Magician, and his apprentice, Dark Magician Girl.
Both are masters of dark magic, and Yugi often pairs them with the damage redirecting magic cylinder. Now that's thinking with portals.
There's support monsters too. Catapult Turtle is a bot with a cannon that literally launches other monsters. And when Yugi comboed it with Gaia and Swords of Revealing Light, which immobilizes monsters, they brought down an entire fortress. Wait, that's not how the card game works. Is he cheating?
Well, we're prioritizing the
You know what that was one of the other reasons why I said Yugi may win, bro, because this nigga's a known cheater. Like, you know what I'm saying? This nigga's a known cheater. But then again, Ash kind of did cheat too, but not as much as him. The King of Games is, I don't know, like that shit is like that shit is on fraud watch. I ain't gonna lie.
manga and anime over anything else, which can differ from the real world card game.
Yugi also has tons of spell cards. Monster Reborn resurrects a fallen friend. Turn Jump is a time skip. And Pot of Greed lets Yugi draw 2 more cards like Pot of Greed, which lets him draw 2 more cards like...
If things get dicey, he has more trap cards to level the field, like Dimension Sphinx, which reflects damage directly back at the opponent's life points.
And if his monsters and life points get wiped, he can just press Ctrl-Z with Mirage Ruler to get them all back.
Pair these cards with Yugi and Yami's teamwork, and nothing could stand in their way. Not even the game's own creator, Pegasus.
Get this, Pegasus can read minds. So in their duel, Yugi and Yami kept swapping souls Freaky Friday style, trusting each other to pick up on the strategies they left behind. And the mind reader was stumped. Yeah, they cheated.
No, Pegasus was reading their minds. Regardless, you
That's all I'm saying. Like, bro, like I'm not, like, bro, you reading their minds, you still couldn't win, bro. That's low-key a L on you. I ain't gonna lie. Like, how you read niggas' minds and you still lose? And you made the game. No.
Yugi and Yami are an excellent dueling pair. Yami
Well, he didn't
trusts
make the
Yugi
game,
to
but-
improve on his plans, while Yugi expects Yami to be his bolder half.
They're not just smart. These card-slinging geeks are somehow expected to be fit enough to dodge lasers, resist getting their souls ripped out, and survive attacks from duel monsters. Even the most common duel monster can cause tsunamis, rain down meteors, and wreck cities.
And all of this power culminated in Battle City, hosted by Kaiba.
Because Kaiba really wanted that salty run back against his rival.
Salt only surpassed by Yami's biggest hater, Merrick, who wanted
Merrick.
the 3 Egyptian god cards to take him out. These cards were Slifer, the Electric Dragon, Ra, the God
Okay, so we
Phoenix,
are including
and
the god
Obelisk,
cards.
who strikes with the power of infinity.
This was a different ball game altogether, but Yugi was starting to stand on his own 2 feet.
So Yami and Yugi kept dueling on in a battle city that never wants to end. Or stop.
I remember that frame, bro. I remember this frame because what you call it? Team 4-Star used it. And it's time to
Yugi kept
duel.
dueling on in a battle city that never wants to end. Or stop bullying Joey. But to
Yeah.
claim the Egyptian gods, Yugi and Yami had to face them in duels. pulling off some ridiculously high IQ plays.
When
For
battling
real.
Slifer, they used a handful of weak cards to create an infinite combo of attacks that went past the god's limits.
And later, Yugi combined Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl's magic into Black Burning magic, promptly defeating Ra.
This ain't new for the magicians. In the movie Bonds Beyond Time, they did something similar against Paradox. It's kinda crazy that together, the magicians can defeat the 10-star gods, which are way stronger than mid-tier monsters that are 5 to 9 stars.
Yeah.
Mid-tier cards aren't pushovers. Darkhold Dragon is a sentient black hole, planet alignment moves solar systems, and Jaden's Glow Neos destroyed a
Hey.
relativity field that spawned an entire universe.
But at the top would be the great evil god Zork, who showed up to plunge existence into the realm of darkness. It was time for Yugi to finish the puzzle of who Yami really is.
If the monsters weren't real before, they sure were now. Everyone has soul energy, Ba, which manifests as Ka, or a spirit. When used in tandem with the bonds of his cards, Yugi can will dual monsters into reality, even drawing anyone he wishes by believing in the heart of the cards.
I knew it! He's been cheating all this time!
Yeah,
He doesn't
yeah.
just make up rules, he's stacking his deck!
Not at all. For Yugi, drawing the card he needs isn't just luck, it's an actual skill that he developed. It's even expanded in following series like GX and 5Ds.
Okay, well, I'd be the king of games too if I could just decide I have a royal flush every round.
Whatever. Yami
mean,
rediscovered
like,
his
he ain't
Egyptian
lying,
past,
like,
his
that
multiple
is.
lifelong bonds, and his real name.
What was that?
Atem. Egyptian past, his multiple lifelong bonds, and his real name. Atem. Claiming his place as the ruler of the afterlife, Atem fused the Egyptian god cards to summon Harakti, the creator of light.
She's the ultimate duel monster who banished Zork and all of its scary darkness for good. The epitome of, screw you, I win.
No kidding, for Harakti
Deadass.
created Yu-Gi-Oh's multiverse with that same light. Judgment had passed. Across many duels, evil was vanquished. There was only one more thing left to do.
A post-game boss duel between
Yep.
Yugi and
Yeah.
Atem.
Their farewell was both climactic and bittersweet. Yugi had
Yeah.
grown as a duelist and a person. His victory proved that he no longer needed Atem's help to be his bolder half.
Even when Atem was an entire dimension away or busy slapping the end of existence, he and Yugi would always be bros.
Yep.
Okay,
But they're literally
shut up
twins.
at me, not him. I'm sorry I called you a cheater. I was jealous. You're so cool.
Nah, nigga, you was right. Nah, stand on it, bro. You was right. You was cheating. You was cheating in some ways, bro. I've seen the clip, bro. Like, there's no... Bro, I seen like a literal clip where he said, I will draw 2 cards. Where did 4 come from, bro? You said 2 cards. I see that. I see, nigga, I see you. Nigga, like, you... Don't bullshit me, bro. I saw it, bro. So don't say he ain't cheating, bro. He a slick motherfucker. He say he the king of the games, but really he the king of the cheats, bro. Like, he ain't gonna lie, like... You know what I'm
Yugi
saying?
moved on to a career
Respect
in game
Yugi
design
said that,
and
like-
passed the torch to future duelists. He would be remembered as the greatest duelist there ever was.
Except to Kaiba, who tried to ascend to the afterlife to rematch Atem. Goes to show you that money can't buy you
This nigga,
happiness,
bro.
but it sure can buy you a sweet rocket ship.
There will always be another story, another duel, another game, and you won't find yourself a better opponent than the king of games.
Get into
The
it.
Battle of the Millennium is about to start, but we wouldn't be able to make it happen without some help from our friends at Raycon.
That's right, this
Let's get
message is
this one
sponsored by...
again. Just to get to it. Like I said, I usually let these play, but like
Great
this time, I'm
gifts
skipping
shouldn't
it.
show up late. All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
Before we start, let's lay some ground rules.
We're treating this as a real-time fight, much like typical battles in the Pokemon anime and duels later on in the Yu-Gi-Oh anime. And given that the rules of Pokemon and duel monsters are clearly incompatible,
Yeah.
we'll allow them to summon anything that's reasonably available to them.
It's time to death battle!
Yeah, I didn't know he was going to.
You okay, Pikachu? That's for on 4 is tricky. Hang in there!
You have Spirit, but I have Lightning Blade and Excalibur to boost my attack. And I set 1 card face down to end my turn.
Whoa! Okay, guys, it's our turn now.
Okay.
Pikachu, throw him up with quick attack. Everyone else, back him up.
Oh, yeah.
Great job. Now, Thunderbolt.
Don't get ahead of yourself. You
The trap card.
Face down card. Rise, Dimension Sphinx.
Damn. Yeah, crocodile went underground. That back? Yo. Damn. Good shit, crocodiles.
Good
He
thing
took one for
we
the
brought 'em
team.
all, right, Pikachu?
What do you mean, them all?
Okay. Okay.
Charizard, I choose you.
He's looking at Charizard like this. Oh shit. The Kuribo. Okay, Incineroar, get in action. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Alright. Saturday. Summon Skull. Oh. Okay. So Galio.
Aha!
Fly for the sky, dragon. Ooh. Hey. Gigantamax. Gengar. I love that. That shit fire. That shit fire. That shit clean, I ain't gonna lie. Yep. It was fun while you had it though. Oh shit! Damn! He still got life points left though.
Don't worry, it's my turn now. I just need to believe in the heart of the cards.
But see that bullshit? He put out 4 cards. See, you see, what happened to just the one? He was pulling out ones before. See, that's that bullshit. See, that's what I'm talking about. And then, you know, alright.
Who's that Pokemon?
Haruxi, Goddess of Light! This is it! Magician, Flash Burning Magic! Haruxi, Joser!
We need more than Sagalia though. Alright. Ah, it's so fucked up.
Pikachu, let's finish this. Together!
Oh yeah. Okay.
10 million volt
You activated my trap card!
I knew it.
Magic
God
Cylinder!
damn it.
With it, I'll send your Thunderbolt back to attack your life points directly!
That was an awesome duel, Ash.
Wow, okay. They did it like the Pokemon. Okay.
KO! Oh, Oh, my.
See, this is what I'm talking about, bro. This is what I meant, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can cheating and shit, bro. Like, this nigga pulled out like 5-6 cards out thick, bro. And then you just placed it down, like, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, where did that even come from? Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. I figured that would happen anyway. I figured he would win.
Childhood. Whiz, quick! I need your tears. We can save him.
There's a lot to this, so let's break it down by experience, strategy, and monsters. Starting with experience. Both Ash and Yugi have risen to the top, beating the best of the best, and traveled all over the world.
But Ash traveled more, was in more tourneys, and saved the world way more often.
Yeah.
And despite what people say, he wins a lot.
But I guarantee you, if he had that nigga Arceus with him, then I guarantee if he had that nigga Arceus with him, then what would we say? You know what I'm saying? Can't fuck with the nigga Arceus. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I'm just saying. You know, bring them out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, bring them out.
Even Atem's stint as the Pharaoh doesn't tip the scale since he wasn't in charge for very long. Plus, Pokemon evolve over time, literally and figuratively. While Yugi's deck is obviously adjustable, the cards are unchanging, unable to grow like Ash's Pokemon.
So Ash wins in experience, but when it comes to strategy, he's a wild card.
He's skilled at improvisation and using the environment to win. Even machines cannot comprehend his tactics.
But the same goes for Yugi. Gotta remember, Yugi and Atem's teamwork is second to none. They're masters at exploiting weaknesses, setting up tricks, and surprising foes with so-called weak cards.
Both could likely adjust to each other's unpredictability, so a Dark Horse-style win was unlikely.
But Ash's secret weapon is his bond with his Pokemon, boosting their power. I'm not just talking about Pikachu. His power of friendship invented an evolution for Greninja. That's crazy. Ash's trust in his Pokemon knows no limits.
Silly as it may sound, Yugi trusts his deck in the same way. The heart of the cards is real, and Yugi is determined to support his monsters with spells, traps, and buffs. Look at his duels with Merrick and Paradox, where he bolstered his weaker cards to take down gods. With Ba and Ka, his bonds with his cards manifest them into reality, not so dissimilar from Ash Greninja.
Yeah, Ash has aura, but he never mastered it. And specialties like Mega Evolution and Gigantamax, while awesome, only work with specific Pokemon.
And since Ash focuses on offense far more than support, Yugi could control the pace of the fight with cards like Swords of Revealing Light and Magic Cylinder.
But I know some of you are asking, what if Ash threw hands? The kid's strong enough to chuck trees and lift baby gods. Just punch him, man. Well, Yugi's similarly tough, and the Millennium Puzzle can make shields, steal ghosts, cast illusions, and mess with minds. If Ash actually tried to punch him, it'd be Mewtwo all over again.
It's a close call, but Yugi takes the edge in strategy.
So it all comes down to the monsters.
Which,
Yugi had a
the
slightly
monsters,
larger
yeah, he got
pool of
that.
monsters, but Ashes can clear out island-wide storms, fight terraforming beasts, and are stronger than the black hole summoning Gardevoir.
However, Yugi's can rain down meteors, compete with larger black holes, and even the mid-tier scale to Glow Neos, destroying that relativity field with a universe. And Herakti created Yu-Gi-Oh's whole multiverse, surpassing even Solgaleo's Sunsteel Strike and Dialga's Roar of Time.
And Yugi had more than just monsters on the field. Ash's strength was also his weakness. His power was evenly spread, reliant only on his remaining Pokemon.
If Mr. Mime faints, no more Psychic Barriers. If he lost Lucario, no more Mega Evolution, and so on. The longer the battle went, the less Pokemon Ash had, and he did not have a reliable way to bring them back. He doesn't carry revives on him, and even then, reviving Pokemon in the anime is entirely different from the games.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Yugi had cards like Mirage Ruler and Monster Reborn that could instantly recall powers he's lost.
And he can, bend fate to draw whatever card he wants. And we didn't even cover them all. Really, Yugi's deck has no pathetic cards.
Exactly. Yugi's versatility and power.
But it does contain. But yo, like I will say though, if he did have Exodia in this motherfucker, it probably. Cause like if you pull Exodia, you pretty much just win. Like all you gotta do is just form the nigga and you win, right? Like, that's literally how it works. So if he had Exodia, it wouldn't even be a close fight then.
Swept Ash's options, giving his monsters the lead. He just needed the right moment to knock Ash stone cold.
That was a good attempt at a pun, Wiz. You might not think it's Pharaoh, but Ash got Yugi owned.
The winner is Yugi Moto. Death Battle will be back in 2026. But right now, you can check out our brand new channel. It's called Nightly Brew, and we're playing Dungeons & Dragons, Blood on the Clock Tower, and other games that'll probably blow up in our face. So check it out right now, and make sure to subscribe. Thanks.
Alright, well, shout out to Death Battle, of course, bro. But overall, I say this. Like I said, it's what I expected. I expected Yugi to win. The nigga just had like a whole bunch of just, you know what I'm saying, like different types of like monsters and shit on this side. You know what I'm saying? Plus, you know what I'm saying, you king of cheats, you know. But I will say, I will be interested to see it, like if we could actually like pull like Arceus and Dialga and Palkia and then like you know, nigga name, Giratina. If they could pull that out, I wonder if the battle would have changed. I think it would have. But overall, I will say though, like the magic cards and the trap cards did like help a lot. It's really, for Pokemon, it's really just battling. There's no like, you know what I'm saying, like any like items to use, like leftovers or something like that. It's just all just battle, straight battle, straight hands. But Yugi had like, you know what I'm saying, the cards and shit, like the shit, swords were feeling light. I was like, god damn it. When I saw that shit, I was like, god damn it. Yeah, and then the magic cylinder. But yeah, overall, I think it was fun. Fire as that, brother. I can understand why some niggas from Pokemon would be salty. I gotta get you, bro. I'm still sticking with the team that I had, but I will say I already kind of knew the result. But it sucks. It is what it is. That's gonna be it for this video, though, bro. Y'all like, share, all that type of stuff. Yeah, I know the YouTube stuff. I'm gonna be gone. Y'all stay blessed, stay out the way, fire that video, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.